Hey guys, it's Ena Esco, the host of the Verbally Effective Podcast. This is the podcast that intersects art, culture, politics, entertainment with a Memphis flair. Let me give you guys the deets on Podbox. We have set a new date for Podbox on June 10th, 3 p.m. at the newly renovated, the historic Cosset Library. As you know, I am doing an innovator in residency there, issuing out podcast programming to the community of Memphis. We definitely want you to join us for Podbox, as this is a networking opportunity. This is a chance for you to see other podcasters, or if you're interested in podcasting, this is definitely for motivational purposes as well. You can kind of pick their brains and learn all the ins and outs and inner workings of podcasting. Well, let's get right into it. I have my guest with me. He is an actor, an entrepreneur, and I actually saw him, flexing his acting chops with the stage play, Something She Can Feel, as I hosted at the Cannon Center in March. I'm talking about CJ Nevels. Welcome to the pod.
How you doing, Ms. Ena? I appreciate you having me.
Yes, welcome. How are you today?
I'm great. I'm above ground. I'm feeling blessed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And you know what? Every time I see you, you got a smile on your face. You've always been so positive, and you do an exceptional job in this acting game.
Oh, thank you. I try. I try to get the same respect that I want.
Mm-hmm.
You never know what type of people be having today, so a smile always help.
That's true. Well, let's get right into it. Where are you originally from?
Well, I'm from Holly Springs, Mississippi.
Holly Springs.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about growing up in Holly Springs, Mississippi.
It was fun, we were a small town, but everybody around there kind of know each other.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a challenge at first, but I grew up in the country part too.
Mm-hmm.
So I know about the horses and the cows and all that. So my granddad, he got his own farm and stuff like that.
Okay, you worked on a farm?
He used to try to get me out there. I helped push a little hay, so I know how to do a little small thing, like push some hay, call the cows in and all that type of stuff.
So does your is the farm still there?
Yeah, he still it ain't really just he got a pasture, so he ain't really got a designated farm, but okay. he got a big pasture. Yeah, it's still there.
Did you enjoy doing that type of work?
Not growing up by then, but
you didn't appreciate it back then.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate it, but I appreciate it now though, because it did teach me hard work. Everything he was teaching me then, it helps me how I do everything now.
Okay.
So when I had to get up at 6 in the morning, as a kid, you want to sleep in.
Right.
If you down there, he ain't having it.
I love the country life. It's just so peaceful.
Yeah, that's why I appreciate it now. Cause when you move to the city, it's a lot of noise, but in the country, you got your own space and it's peaceful. Now that I think about it, I wish I would appreciate it more.
Yeah, and what's crazy is I like the peacefulness of the country life, but I like the energy of the city. I gotta get a little city too now.
You gotta have a little bit of both, cause with me, my grandma and my mom, they stayed in the country, but all my friends and all, they was in the city. So that's why I got my actual fun. Yeah. So I'm a little bit of both. Holly Springs is a country town, but you got the cities and the projects and all that. But that's why I had my fun.
Okay. When I was a student at Lemoyne, we stayed going to Russ College in Holly Springs.
College party.
Yes. Yeah. We had a time.
I know it.
In Holly Springs, Mississippi.
Yeah, you love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go back.
Yeah. Well, I actually was there, I want to say this is May, at the top of the year, visiting an old co-worker of mine from iHeart, Frank Gilbert, in the broadcasting department over there at Russ College. So I visited, and things were coming back to me. I do remember, being on campus. To your old days. Yeah. I wasn't over there for the broadcasting department though.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
But let's talk about your family. What does your family dynamic look like?
So I have a mother, of course. I got a daddy. I have one sister. Mm-hmm. But I got cousins that are like brothers to me. Mm-hmm. I've spent most of my time with them though a lot, in my high school year. Mm-hmm. So Rico and Ma, though my brother, they really my cousins, but they, blood can make us no closer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my mother was a single mother. She did the best she could with me and my sister. And my daddy, he was there, but he just wasn't he wasn't there all the time.
Like you wanted him to be.
Yeah. As a kid, your first hero is your daddy. You know what I'm saying? But like when you looking for it, ain't really just getting it like that. You find it other ways. So yeah, my mom did the best she could. Know with the both of us.
Yeah. Wow. Are you and your dad? Do you have a relationship that's better now?
More definitely better now. But growing up, we had our challenges because like when you become a teenager, you start realizing certain things. You kind of like rebel a lot. I did a lot of it.
You was rebelling as a teenager.
Yeah, when it came to him, like I said a lot of things that I shouldn't have said a couple times, but
yeah,
the crazy thing about it, like I still came around and I apologize for doing that afterwards.
Okay, maturity.
Yeah, at that time I ain't know mature, to be honest.
I get it. Yeah. I get it. You probably had to get it out.
Yeah, I did for sure.
And did your daddy understand?
I think he understands now.
Yeah.
But back then I think he probably just felt like I was just just acting out or just talking to him or talking down on him. But really, I think it was more like not a cry for help, but like a cry for like, man, just be here.
Yeah. Wow. Now, what was the young CJ into back in the day? What were your hobbies? What were you interested in? Because now you acting all around town, but what were you interested in back then?
I enjoyed being my friend, playing basketball. I grew up playing football, but the thing about it, like, certain times I get on the football team and I quit because I feel like I should have been starting, but I ain't start. So I go to Pop Warner because I knew like I'm gonna start here. Cause
that ego something else.
It is. It was. I ain't gonna lie, it was.
Okay.
And the thing about it, when I got to my senior year, then when I said, I'm just stick it out, see where it can go. And I ended up getting a starting position throughout the summer.
See.
So if I would have been patient, it would have happened quicker. But at that time when you young, you feel like you should be out there. Or you seeing certain people you better than. And it's still happening. I ain't had no patience at first.
Yeah. What high school you went to? What is
Holly Springs High School.
Is that the only high school there, or is there other?
They got a school, Marcia Academy, but like a private school.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So Holly Springs like the only public school.
Okay. So what happened after Holly Springs High School?
I went to Mississippi State for my freshman year.
Why Mississippi State?
To be honest, cause I feel like that was the only school I could get into at that time because like at first. You gotta take the ACT to get into certain school. So the first time, like I ain't gonna lie, like growing up, I ain't really know like what was the criteria to get into college. In my mind, I'm thinking you just go from this grade. As long as you pass and you get in this grade, like fifth grade, you go to sixth grade, as long as you pass. So my senior year, I'm thinking that's all you gotta do. But I ain't realized about the ACT till like my junior year.
The teachers didn't instill it in your brain.
Not like that.
Okay, Holly Springs. Holly Springs High School.
Now that's certain one like teachers like we had Miss Govan, she instilled it. Miss Underwood, like you had them teachers who would tell you, but even then when you ain't just focused on it, you ain't really hearing it.
Yeah.
And
so what you get on that ACT if you don't mind?
My 11th grade year, the first time I took it, I got a 13. I fell asleep.
What? Okay, what was the last score, the highest score you got on there?
17. I fell asleep again.
17?
I think it was great because I fell asleep. Like every time I took, I ain't good with just taking tests for a long period of time. It'd be cold in there. And then like the night before we had to take our test, Friday, like I got an older cousin. So we'll go out, like I was sneaking in a sense when I was 16. So I used a fake ID to go in there.
Okay, fake ID.
And I realized I got to be up early to take a test the next morning.
Okay.
So I get in there, it's cold. You got these long tests you got to read. I'm falling asleep. Only thing that used to wake me up while I was able to fill out my things when you hear that. I 5 minutes. You got 5 minutes left, so I hear that. And I get up and just start marking stuff.
No. Okay. Well, that 17 got you in Mississippi State.
Yeah,
what did you major in?
I majored in physical education, and that wasn't even my choice. Like,
okay.
I didn't know what I was going to school for, to be honest. Okay. I just felt like that was what I was supposed to do. That was the next step.
Okay.
So my mom really told me just do physical education. I think she did the application for me.
Okay.
Yeah, so I did that, and I left my next year because to be honest, I got academic probation because I went to college and I ain't doing no reporting.
At Mississippi State.
Yeah, because at home you got somebody waking you up, telling you when to go to class. College.
See, you giving me these vibes for my 17-year-old who is about to graduate, and you right. At that age, it's such an age where you're really kind of transitioning from a boy to a man and having to learn discipline, having a routine. Mama not telling you what to do. You got to figure it out.
Yeah. But I thought I had it because, like, So back in the day when you had to go and get your report card, your teachers got to come get it. I mean, your mom got to come get it. She got to meet your teachers and all that. My mom stopped coming like 7th, 8th grade because she felt like I'm doing good enough. 'Cause I was on the road from kindergarten all the way up to 7th, 8th grade. But when she stopped coming, I did enough just so like I missed out the whole first 9 weeks.
See, when y'all don't have that direction, you are really like telling the story.
Yeah, I'm being honest. Like,
wow, because I mean, it's just mirroring some things I'm going through with my son now. If I'm hands off, he gonna tell me things are getting done, but they not getting done like they need to be.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Mississippi State, I know you were there for a time and then went to Northwest, correct?
Yes, man. I went to Northwest. That because I started
partying too much.
Yeah, partying too much, and then like I did on academic probation, so they were finna give me a break anyway. So I'm gonna just go to community college before they got time to do that. Mm-hmm. So I went to community college. I changed my major to business administrative then, and I was doing good at first. But then a tragedy hit. My uncle got killed. I think it was 2012. I know it was my sophomore year.
What happened?
Freshman, sophomore. He got murdered at a gas station.
Really? I'm so sorry.
Yeah, so that's another reason why life came in there too. Mm-hmm. So I got to call it, I think it was like 3 something. I thought I was dreaming. I ain't believe because my brother called and he was like with my cousin, but he called and he was kind of like, he would come and it's almost like it was, yeah man, he got killed. And he said he got shot. So I'm thinking like he got ice since he ain't just tripping. But my other brother called me the one that I'm closest to. That's when I knew it was real. Because he don't just call like that about nothing, and then they're late. So when I found out that, like, I couldn't focus on nothing. Because that uncle, he was like the closest thing I had to a father at that point. Because like I said, like my dad wasn't that big in my life, but his brothers would kind of kill me like in that circle because he had 5 brothers. And so that uncle right there, he was like the one who gave me my first $5 because he used to work for construction. And he said, you make in my room the whole week while I'm out, I give you $5. So they were like my first way of learning how to make $1.
Yeah.
So it was that.
Oh, wow. So that really impacted your life.
Yeah, it did. Like it hit me deep because like I said, matter of fact, there's him tatted right here. So it was different for me because that's the first time I had lost somebody that close in that type of way. So yeah, it was rough.
Wow. Well, CJ, we have finished the first half of the Verbally Effective podcast, getting to know, your early years. We're going to transition into how you started acting, some projects that you have going on now, what the future looks like when we get back on the Verbally Effective podcast with CJ Nevels. Hey guys, welcome back to the Verbally Effective podcast. I'm your host, Ena and CJ. I have with me actor and entrepreneur CJ Nevels. Tell me how acting has helped with certain skills in life for you right now. Any coping mechanisms? How has acting, helped you out?
It helped me like mirror myself. Like certain roles that how certain people really don't understand like the thing they do to people or how they really are. When I started getting roles, I started seeing like certain things that I need to work on. I'm like, this person is me. And it also helped me see the good part of me too, but like the part I truly need to work on, like Terrell Monger played, they was one who probably really just set in on me.
Big shout out to Terrell Monger.
Yeah, most definitely. Like I tell him.
So how does a role help you see something you need to work on?
Cause so with me, I just use his play for example. So you have one character who's the player and just manipulating women's mind. Well, he'll try to finesse her mind. You got one who's had a past but trying to do right by a woman and she ain't no flipping on him. So at one point I was the guy who would just say anything that I can get out of a woman. Tell the things she want to hear and all that. I also was the guy who tried to who had a past and was also trying to do right. And flipping my past and catching up with me. So when I started reading it, I started realizing that it's certain things that I really haven't even got over. Like I still have flaws in it. So I was looking at the old character, the guy who was kind of being a womanizer, and I was also looking at the new character. Like yeah, I changed this, but I still got this part I got to deal with. Like, I still get told that I'm kind of a flirt every now and then. But a lot of times it don't be me doing it intentionally. I just can't help this my personality now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, CJ. How did you start in acting?
Now they're different because it wasn't your natural way. Like, I ain't go to school for it. I didn't go in no acting class. I was at New Direction, and around that time, I was just trying to figure out what I was supposed to be doing in my life. And when I was coming out, the women, they were needing people to sign up for a Christmas play. So I said, if I can help my homeboys in their music video and stuff like this, I can act for God. Because my partner, he used to ask me be in his music video before he passed. He got killed in the car wreck. R.I.P. Trey Bailey. And so if I can do that, I can act for God. So when I started going, my first rehearsal, I had a small role. I ain't want nothing too big because I didn't think I was good at it. I was just doing it because I feel like it's a church play.
It's a Christmas play. What were you playing?
I was
a shepherd.
No, it wasn't even that deep.
A disciple.
The way they did it, it ain't the typical Christmas play. It's more like Dr. Scrooge type thing. Like, so it was a guy. Yeah. So I was playing the guy that he owed money to, kind of like he signed his life over to me in the contract. So I was the dude who was coming back for everything that he owed me. So
Did
I had
you like that role?
It was fun.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, it was fun. And so when I was there, Miss Keisha Cathy, she a comedian. She kept telling me I need to be on stage, but I ain't think nothing of it. So every time we went to rehearsal, she always said that. But I was the only one she was saying it to. So she told me, she said, the next time Princeton Elkers have an audition, I want you to go there. And me, I'm thinking in my mind, I ain't gonna do this. Like, why would I go? I ain't no actor.
Were you nervous?
Most definitely.
But you liked playing the role in the Christmas play.
Yeah, I did, but I was nervous then. Every rehearsal, I was nervous.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't even just a show day. It was every rehearsal I was nervous.
But when it's time to go,
it just
you must have a natural ability with that.
I guess so. It was just something like I'm already into it now, so ain't no turning back.
Yeah.
So it was like one of those. And then I ain't want to let nobody down either. So
yeah,
I did that, and I went to Princeton Elkers audition, and I didn't get the role, but I met Bianca Richmond, and she just started working with me, telling me things I need to work on, like far like enunciation. I still had that problem because I talk with a list. So they're one of my insecurities too. She was telling me about projecting and all that, and that's still something I work on even during rehearsal. But for some reason, show day it come out, But during rehearsal, I got to work through all it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it started at New Direction, and after that, like things started happening. I knew I wasn't nobody but God. Come like I ain't even see myself doing none of it.
And you loving it now?
Yeah, I love it. Like it's something different. Like it get me away from. It's almost like my getaway. It's therapeutic for me.
Yeah, and you know what, CJ, I really would love to get back to acting. And I mentioned this to you before the podcast. When I was in middle school and high school, I was in drama club, theater club. Would go to competitions and get first place. And I kind of got busy into other things. But it really embedded like confidence for me. The ability to do a lot of public speaking, things of that nature, because it's really like, not that I'm playing a role because I'm in front of you talking, but I'm prepared. Exactly. Right? Mm-hmm. So
I think you should though, because you got a personality. I can see you on stage.
But see, I got to play the personality that's on the script, right?
Yeah. But
that's okay.
Yeah, because you kind of got to bring your own into it.
Okay.
Like, so even though you got a script and you dissect this script, a part of it, it's not gonna all the way be you, but you gotta see how you see this character in your mind. So of course you want what the director wants you to do, but at the same time they're gonna give you own direction, but it's still up to you to bring that character to life. Like I gotta make you believe that I am this person.
Right.
So however you would do it, that's all acting is. And Bianca Richmond told me one thing. She said the best acting is not acting. So that's why so many people become their character. So it's almost like they not acting in their moment.
I had Bianca Richmond on the podcast, and we had a time.
Yeah, y'all did the bridge accent. I can't.
You bloody bloke.
I suck at it.
Look, that's all I can say, bloody bloke. That's all I can say. And she said you couldn't wait to say bloody bloke. I was like, all right.
Yeah, I watched it.
But look, speaking of acting, speaking of scripts, I want to do a segment with you called Change Roles.
Okay.
You are, an actor. I think that you can give me what I'm directing you to do.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you 2 characters, right?
Okay.
And we're going to go for 30 seconds with one. And then when I point to you, go into the next one.
Okay.
So the first role that you'll be doing is a Memphis DJ hyping the crowd at a lit event. That's role number 1.
Okay.
And when I go like this, you're going to transition into a man who is very in his feelings and sensitive because he was just told and found out that his wife was cheating on him. You got me?
Okay, so let me ask you this. In the role, where we at? I know we in the hype party. Are we old school or we?
Whatever you want to do.
Okay.
Okay? All right, you let me know when you're ready with Change Roles on Verbally Effective with CJ Nevels. Let's see how these acting chops will display.
Yeah. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Okay, let me hit my DJ. Yo, Memphis, what's going on? What's going on? You down here at we had Prohibition tonight. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it. Hey man, don't stop. Hey, y'all get out that wall. Let me see you dance, girl. Come on down here. No. Let me hear you. I can't hear you. Yeah. Come on, ladies. Y'all with your boy DJ CJ. Okay. You mean you can tell me how it happened?
I mean, he was giving me what I needed.
So he would give me, so I did everything I do for you. I pay these bills in this house. I gave you the life that you want. And all I ask you is just to be loyal to me.
I'm sorry, CJ.
You sorry.
I wasn't supposed to be acting, but great job, CJ. So you pulled me into it. Or it was like you were so in the role, I felt like I had to say something.
You had to. So you still got it.
I can't cry on command though.
Me either. I'm trying on it. I'm trying to work on it. Like I'm still new to this, so like I still got a lot to learn.
Oh wow. Okay, so let's talk about this. I want to know, what does the acting world looks like in Memphis? Is it a scene? Is it growing? Is it already huge? What does it look like?
To be honest, I think it's bigger than what we think it is because I didn't even know it was that many actors in Memphis like that until I got into it. Like this community is real deep and they supportive. Like it's some dope talent in Memphis too. Like in each production I done been in, you might see the same people sometime, but it's so many different people, and then it's like a lot of new upcoming acts. Like Tamika Rose, she been doing it for a long time, and I ain't know about it until like I got into the acting community. But she dope.
Tamika Rose.
Yeah, she was an extra in BMF, but she do a lot of stage plays. It's like the Memphis Renaissance. They have a whole community. Like it's some dope people in their community. Mm-hmm. So yeah, man, it's a lot of dope talent. It gotta be the right eyes on the, and I feel like it's growing for sure. Like unless I'm just new to it and I'm just seeing everything firsthand, but it's most definitely dope. I say it's been more stage plays in the past 10 years than past 2 years since I've seen.
Way more in Memphis.
Yeah. And they're just in the past 2 years.
Yeah.
So I think it's growing fast.
Wow. Okay. So who have been some of the actors that you've emulated or looked up to in this game? Like, that we see on the big screens.
Big screen, okay. Well, of course, Denzel. That's for sure.
I think he's everybody's goat, right?
But I think a lot of people sleep on here. Tyrese. Tyrese a dope actor.
Tyrese, baby boy.
Yeah, but yeah, but he also like for him to go from Transformer, go to Fast and the Furious, like you got Baby Boy, and then you got like the stuff he did with Mary J. Blige, like and Brothers, like he played a whole different role. Like I ain't know, like it's hard for you to see an artist as an actor, but that man did say turn himself into an actor. I almost like I ain't gonna lie, rest his soul, Tupac was a great actor to me.
Yes, he was.
You know, so
phenomenal.
I pay attention to him. Well, Mekhi Phifer was one of them that I enjoy watching. Lorenz Tate is dope.
And still in the game.
Yeah,
doing
still in the
his
game.
thing.
Yeah, mine look younger than me. I need to see what he doing.
He looks like he is not that aged
at all.
a day.
Yeah. Who else I pulled from? I think Omar Gooden. I think he was slept on because to play a dumb dude on Smart Guy to playing a gangster and Baby Boy, that show range to me. So I just watch people who like got different ranges.
Yeah, because sometimes we can typecast people. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of conversations about that a lot.
Yeah, and I think that's the scary thing for an actor though, to get typecast. You know, so I think it's good to be in these different roles and stuff like that. So that's why I did give Tyrese his kudos, because to switch from that and you a singer, then you do all these different roles, that shows a lot.
Yeah. Okay, repeat after me, CJ. Okay. Hey, mine, say mine.
Hey, mine, say mine.
This is a moment of transparency between you and I. And this is what I want to know. What were some of the fears that you had to face in your industry?
Well, acting, I'm new to it. But for like when I first got started, I used to help my friend. She was a rapper. I used to help her like with promotion. To me, I just started at just helping her out with stuff. But when she wanted me to be a manager, those were the challenges that came to me, because first of all, I don't know nothing about managing nobody's career. But I was willing to do that because like I wanted to help her, and like I felt like I was the only one who could help her, because I feel like certain people might try to take advantage of her because she was a woman. And so that was scary at first. But I got better with it. Acting, I think my scariest thing was just not messing up. You know, because this is somebody's production, and then not only is your name on the line, their name on the line too. So, and
have you ever messed up in a play?
I think this past Terrell Monger show, I don't say I messed up, but when I slid, the mic came off. So I had to improvise and go along with it. But
it was a lot of improvisation going on, but everyone rolled with it.
They did, and like they would make it so dope though, because the audience don't know you messed up,
right?
You know,
right.
But when you can keep it going, it feels so natural, and people still engaged. That mean doing a great job.
Yeah, you did an absolutely amazing job. Like, because I guess I came for a couple of the rehearsals, maybe one got a little bit of it, but. Yeah. And checking you guys out, go over scenes, but like when it's time for the play, that's a different story.
Yeah, the energy changed. I ain't even gonna lie.
The energy does change.
I mean, you want to practice like you perform, but it's always different once you hit this stage. It's almost like another boost of adrenaline.
Yes.
You know, so.
On that big stage at the Cannon Center.
Yeah, that was dope.
Even just hosting, like you being in front of all of those people in that intimate environment.
But you were so natural though. Like I know you weren't nervous.
Yes, I was.
I don't believe it.
I was, but for me, I have to have a little nervous energy whenever I do anything. Like it gives me a boost.
Oh yeah, you know I heard Steve Hall talk about that. Like if you ain't nervous about anything that you're doing, it mean it ain't bad nervous. It mean you just want to do good. So it's always good to be nervous to a certain extent.
Yeah, that gives me a little
Yeah. Get your adrenaline rush.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it does. Okay, so I know that you're an entrepreneur. You have your own brand. You have the Shirt On Life. Tell me about it, and how did it come to be?
Okay, life started around the time I was managing my artists at that time. But then also like so the way my uncle spelled his name is Phil, is Phel. So life came about I was thinking about my life, and that was one of the probably worst thing that happened to me at that point. So I changed the L from life and just put a PH in it, kind of showing respect to him. But I also changed the name to, it was an acronym, stand for Loyalty, Integrity, Prosperity, Hustle, and Evolution. Yeah, so at first it used to stand for Loyalty, Integrity, Pain, Hustle, and it was every day. But I realized like putting those words out, you kind of like attracting that energy to you. So that's why I try to make sure I change the word to like something prosperous, so like I can get prosperity coming towards me. And anybody weird, I want them to be able to feel prosperous too.
Yes, sir.
Having pain in there, like everybody wearing the word pain on there, you feel like gonna come to you, and I don't want that.
Okay, so who are you targeting with your brand?
Everybody everybody living. because everybody has a story, and that's all life is about. It's like your story. You know, my story is different from yours. You got your own story. You got your own things you went through and you overcame. So
Yes, sir.
like, and it also helped me the struggle I was talking about going through. Like I was away from my son for like almost a year. You know, so that was my second chance. I feel like I was getting because the logo of life is represented by the phoenix, and phoenix represents rebirth.
Yeah.
You know, so I feel like God was giving me a second chance. You know, try to make it right. Cause you know, like I don't want my son to have the same experience I had with my father.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I get it. And I want to thank you for my shirt that you brought to me. So it looks like this one, but it's black.
Yeah.
I like the slimming black color. Okay, is it a phoenix?
Yeah, look
How
at it.
did I know that? Let's see the shirt, Tyranny. Let me pop open mine. Thank you, Tyranny. Let's see. So I'm gonna be cute in my life shirt. Okay. Okay. I like gifts. Thank you. Thank you.
I think everyone loves gifts.
All the time. Let's see. Okay. See.
Yeah.
And let's look at the back. Here go the Phoenix.
Yeah, so it represents.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I like the colors too.
I appreciate you. Now the logo was done by April Hudson. Like, so I used to have another logo, and she rebranded me. So like, I haven't rebranded all the way. I got an event coming up October the 21st, and it's for it's an art mixer.
Okay.
Yeah. So this more like, so like I tell you, like I went through so many different struggles, like trying to figure out where I was going. I want to kind of give people a different avenue to kind of help them out, so they ain't got to go through like, God gonna take you a certain way, but you know, like the way I had to go, I was looking for. You know, trying to find like inspiration or who can help me get to this next level. But you know, certain people won't tell you certain ways to go. Some people will help you and some won't. And I'm just trying to give like more like a platform to help artists, like, cause it's gonna have poetry there, gonna be a few skits, and gonna be a little live music there too.
Okay, when is this?
This October 21st at the Renaissance.
At the Renaissance.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
gonna be nice.
Yeah. You gotta come through.
I'm gonna come through.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come check you out.
Once I get the flyer done, I'll pass it to you. I'm still working on the flyers and all that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a dope event, like something different, you know. Like, so anybody who up and coming, if your dream is to be a poet, it's gonna be a little fashion too. So I'm gonna have like 3 brands that'll show off they fashion. So I'm gonna let them rip the runway, and it's gonna be skits in between. So it's gonna be just a dope vibe for the night.
So I might be in one of those skits.
Yeah, come on. I got something for you now.
Don't make me have to cry though.
Why not?
Don't,
You gotta work on it.
Don't give me that.
Come on, I might need it.
Okay. Well, I could do whatever.
All right,
Just let me know. Look, let me know ahead of time though, so I can practice and go to the rehearsals.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the skit's gonna be real short because I ain't trying to take too much time from everybody. There's a lot I gotta fit in: the fashion part, the poetry part, and the live music. So
You got time.
Yeah.
You
I
got time to plan. How many months is that away?
Yeah, I already been planning.
Okay.
Yeah. So everything already in motion. It just I'm gonna start the rehearsal probably like maybe in June.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, call me for the rehearsal. Okay.
Then you show up.
I'm gonna be there. I might have been in 3 stage plays by the time you call me in June. What you think?
Hey, I like it.
I'm just so aggressive with it.
Yeah,
Huh?
you are. I hope so. We claiming it then.
But you know what? When you think about the things that you loved as a child and was really into and really felt you had purpose, those are some of the things you need to get back to.
Yeah.
That's why I'm at with that.
Yeah. See, that's how like back in 2017, like my prayer was finding my purpose. Like that was my prayer for a long time. It was finding my purpose and getting people out of my life who weren't supposed to be there, but getting God people that's supposed to be for me.
Yes, sir.
So that was my prayer for a long time. And growing up, I didn't realize what I was supposed to do. I knew I was gonna do something though, because my mama would tell you it should be certain times on the weekends where I act like MTV Crib would come to my house. And she don't know what I was doing because she ain't watch MTV Crib. But I act like I'm showing in the house.
You acting it out, right?
I was doing it and never knew what I was doing.
So see, you did that as a child. I would say like when I was in college, I always would get with my friends and say, this the Ena Lake show. Who's being interviewed now?
Okay, so you're manifesting.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Remember Ricky Lake?
Yeah. See, I ain't watch much really. Like my auntie used
but
to
you
watch.
know who she
I know
is,
exactly
right?
who she is.
So I think she was like really prominent back then at the time I was in college. So
cause what she was come on channel 13 or 24?
I think 13.
It was one of them.
But see, I had to imitate her.
Yeah.
As Ena like.
I like
and then
it.
everybody wanted to come on my show in the dorm room.
And now everybody want to come on your podcast.
Okay,
You know what
come
I'm
on,
saying?
CJ
Come on
Nevels in the building, verbally effective. I have truly enjoyed you today on the podcast. I would love for you to tell everyone with the verbally effective audience how they can get your merch, how they can continue to follow your journey.
Okay, yeah. So my website for the merch is lifestore.com. Facebook to see everything that I got going is CJ Nevels. My Instagram is CJ_Nevels. TikTok is CJ_Nevels as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for coming.
I appreciate you having me.
And
It was
remember
fun.
what we talked about with the residency with trying to get people to,
Yes, ma'am.
use their voice and have it come out in the confidence program. And I really want to do. So I'm going to get you involved in that, okay?
Okay, I'm with it. I got you.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming
I appreciate you
on the
having me.
podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in to Verbally Effective, the podcast that intersects art, which we were heavily in the arts today, culture, politics, entertainment with a Memphis flair. Don't forget about Podbox, June 10th at Cosset Library. Big shout outs to my guest today, actor, entrepreneur, CJ Nevels.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.
This is the Spotlight Podcast Network.